Throughout my career, I have done crazy things like eating a Big Mac every day for 30 days and I lost 7 pounds in the process. I spiked my blood sugar every day for 30 days and I lost over 12 pounds in the process. In short, I've made a career out of showing people that you can enjoy your favorite foods in moderation and still lose weight, and I've loved doing it. I've improved hundreds of thousands of people's relationships with food, and it's been so rewarding. But the one comment I get over and over again is, can you do this with someone else? And specifically with a woman. So that's what we're gonna do in this series. Over the next 4 weeks, I'm gonna work with an amazing woman named Alyssa. I've actually never spoken to her before. I've never met her before, but I want to help her achieve her fitness goals. So over the next 4 weeks, Alyssa and I are gonna work together. I'm gonna do whatever I possibly can to help her achieve her fitness goals so that you can see it's not just because I'm doing it, but anybody can do it as long as you follow these principles. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, like the video, and watch every week. We're coming out with a new video so you can see Alyssa make her progress. This is real life.
Are you excited to meet Alyssa?
Man, I cannot wait to meet Alyssa.
Hello. Hi, my name is Alyssa from Seattle. Been here for about 12 years now in the Dallas area. Naturally, as anyone I hope would say, my wife is probably the greatest person on this earth. So she's actually known how long I've been following Jordan now, probably about 5 or 6 years. And when Jordan moved here, I told her, I said, I'm gonna meet him one day and we're gonna be friends. And she said, okay, babe, like we'll see. So it's just funny because now here we are. I do have a cat. I have a cat. Her name is Ragu. She also goes by Beanie. My relationship with food has been very up and down. I would say I'm that person that I'm either all in or I'm all out. So, you know, first of the year, oh, we're not drinking, we're going to the gym every day, we're gonna try to run a mile, we're eating clean, we're cooking all of our meals, and I'm packing this all in at once versus trying to just to create a better lifestyle. I'm trying to completely 180 my lifestyle. That's always been a struggle that I've had, is that I go 0 to 100 with all of my goals, and then something happens and I'm like, fuck it, I'm out. So I feel like I've always been in this cycle of up and down, lose 15 pounds, gain it back the next week. You know, this is what it feels like. Successfully, actually, this year, I lost 50 pounds. So I'm excited to work with Jordan and get a different taste of what I'm missing and keep going.
When I coach people online, I love it. It's amazing. It's given me an opportunity to reach hundreds of thousands, millions of people all over the world. But when you coach one person in person, there's an energy that you can't match that. You can't get that online. Even if you're one-on-one coaching someone through a screen, the energy that you get from being in person with someone else, noticing all their like little idiosyncrasies, all their mannerisms, catching the smiles when they hit a personal record, seeing that, like watching them sweat, getting the work in, bonding with them. I think now more than ever, having that in-person connection and building that bond is what I'm very excited about.
I've thought about that a few times, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I have no fucking idea what I'm getting myself into. I think I just want to experience a piece of what life looks like to Jordan. I think a big thing that he knows is that we see him on camera and we see how maybe to some people, the persona that this looks easy. And I think I'm gonna get a real taste that, no, this isn't easy.
By the end of these 30 days, I want her to feel comfortable and confident and excited for the rest of her journey. I want her to be able, at the end of these 30 days, to just be like, I don't need your help anymore. I don't need to know anything more about calories or anything more about exercise. Like, I'm good. I've got it handled. I can now incorporate fitness into my life without thinking about it all the time. And I don't know what her goals are gonna be, but whatever they are, I'm just very excited to help her get to that point. She's at the door. Let's go get her. Hello! Hello! Who is it? Hello!
Oh, nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you. You know Mitch?
Hello, Mitch.
Hello.
Hello, YouTube.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Let's talk about fitness, health,
Okay.
Nutrition, exercise. Talk to me about what your experience has been with health and fitness.
I would say growing up, and I realized this more as I've gotten older, like we definitely were not the 5K family. You know, very opposite, very popcorn with M&Ms and shredded cheese, you know, like, and like those are things I take away now. Like, I mean, I was never like stick skinny, but I wasn't really ever maybe bigger either.
Okay.
And then I feel like after high school, right, started making my own money, started drinking. I was like, oh, I go to McDonald's whenever I want.
This is the best.
So then you're 21 and you're just drinking, you know, it adds up. So I feel like I've always been that person. Okay, I'm on the grind. I'm going to the gym. I have a plan. I'm following some app. I'm doing everything. I'm eating right, tracking my macros. And then like one thing happens. I think I told Mitch this the other day. One thing happens. Oh, like there's pizza at work. Oh, fuck it. Like everything is messed up. Like I can't just get back on track. So I never was that person that was able just to bounce back.
Okay.
It was always like I messed up. It's done. But I had a surgery in 2021. And that like set me back. Like that's when I was like doing really good in the gym. Like everything was going great. It set me back like 3 months. I couldn't lift. I mean, I could walk around the house. Like I literally think me and my wife would do a blueprint around our house so I could like stay active and get protein in and stuff.
Yeah.
And that set me back.
Surgery?
So I had to have an emergency partial hysterectomy. And then after that, as a woman, it was just hard to lose weight because luckily I didn't have any hormone issues because I still have, if I'm being honest, I still have my ovaries, but not my uterus.
Okay.
So the doctor was like, hey, you could have maybe a harder time losing weight.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. So I was doing everything right, I think.
Okay.
And the discouragement was 10 times stronger because I was that person, even if I yo-yoed and as soon as I got back on, that first week, I'm losing 7 pounds because we know it's all water weight, you know?
Yep.
And that wasn't happening. But then I just, you know, kept sticking with it. So last year, I was like, I just have to keep going. Lost 50 pounds last year. It's
Let's
awesome.
fucking go.
It's
That's
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah. So goal is, I mean, definitely want to.
And you've maintained that.
Yeah.
You mentioned the period of time that was really difficult in which like you said you'd be doing everything right, but then you'd gain a pound. And then you mentioned now how you're down 53 pounds. So what was the difference? Like what happened between when it wasn't working versus when it was working? Like what did you change? Was it just your consistency that changed? Was it calorically things changed? Like what happened?
After like a month or so, probably 6-7 weeks in with no weight loss, I got my blood work done.
Okay.
Just to see, was there anything wrong? There wasn't. So I was like, okay, I just have to keep going. So I think I just increased my protein even more. Like I was doing 150 grams, which is a lot. But again, add 50 pounds, like I had a lot of weight to lose. So I increased it for a little while to like 180. Okay. Just to make that a priority. Yeah. And I didn't want it. I know you can get protein from a lot of different sources and quick ways too, like protein bar. But I was trying at least to stick with like whole foods, but just to like wake my body up, if that even makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
And I feel like adding whole foods and then just like fresh fruits and stuff like that changed it.
So it sounds like you ended up putting in a lot more effort in terms of making your own food and making it like fresh, whole, minimally processed food. So you probably ended up feeling better. You probably ended up being more full and maybe reduced your calories as a result of that, which then led to you losing those weight, and not to mention the outrageous consistency on top of it. So, like, is that what you think happened?
That's 100% accurate.
What would have to happen at the end of these 30 days for you to look back at these 30 days, this month, whatever it is, however many days it is, for you to be like, I'm really glad I did that. Like, I'm so glad that we went through that together. Like, what would have to happen for this to be a success for you?
Oh man, that's a good question. For it to be a success, I think it's really, any knowledge, right, that I can have. I think I've always spent so much time just developing whatever knowledge I can get online, understanding maybe workouts a little bit more, or, and what works maybe for me, versus the internet's always just so broad. So it's hard to always gauge, well, hey, like actually all this is important and this could all work for you, or what matters more.
Got it. At the end of 6 months, what would you like to have achieved? Is there weight loss goals? Is there strength goals? Is there measurement goals? Is there relationship with food goals? Is there anything that in 6 months' time from what we do in this month that you would really like to be like, okay, now I'm better on my way?
I think the consistent battle I always face is currently like I'm doing this for weight loss, but I want to get to that point where it's just natural and it's my lifestyle.
Okay, so there is weight loss as a goal.
Like my wife and I want to have babies, right?
Yep.
And do the whole IVF side of that thing.
Yeah.
In the perfect world, because I still have my ovaries, we want to be able to like take my eggs, put them in her, do it that way. So at least, okay, if I'm not carrying and she's carrying my eggs, it still feels connected for both of us,
absolutely.
right? You have to be like a certain BMI to get your eggs out.
Yep.
So that's where, so originally it was like, hey, you have to lose 100 pounds. And I was like, oh man, like, so that's where I was like, I have to do this for my family.
Makes sense.
So it was even like bigger than myself, which I think
now it's making sense.
What carried that motivation more.
So now we've got the goal of 47 more pounds, not even necessarily because of like, I know like I'll be happier with how I look. It's like, it's so you can build a family.
Yeah, like I don't need a bikini. Like we're just trying to make it. You know?
If you want to wear a bikini at whatever size, you can wear a bikini at whatever size.
Yeah.
It's more just like, I need to do this in order to build the family that I want to build.
Yeah.
So we've got a 47-pound goal, not necessarily in 6 months, definitely not in a month.
Yeah.
But over, I would say, probably the next year or so, you're looking for that. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Now we get to the calorie counting question. There is no right or wrong answer. There's the answer that you can give and that you feel most comfortable with. Mm-hmm. It's 100% up to you. So would you prefer to go a non-calorie counting route or a calorie counting route?
I think I'll do the calorie counting route.
Okay.
Because again, like I think having the right, someone backing me like that has the knowledge in all these different ways, it won't feel so daunting.
Cool. So I'm going to set your calories for you.
Okay.
I'm going to set your calories, your protein, and your fiber. I don't give a shit about carbs and fats. Priority number one is your calories. From a weight loss and specifically fat loss perspective, calories are number one. Mm-hmm. If all you do is hit the calories and you don't hit protein, don't hit fiber, you're still gonna lose the weight. But I like protein and fiber for their other health reasons and other performance reasons as well. And it also makes fat loss easier. Tonight, we're gonna go into the gym, I'm gonna do a little assessment, we're gonna do a little workout as well. Nothing crazy, but I just wanna see how you move, and then consistently throughout the next month, I'm gonna be working out with you and looking at your technique, and we're gonna get all of that taken care of. I believe Sunday, you and I are going to the grocery store together. We're gonna walk around, we're then going to figure out what you like to eat and how to fit it into those. And I actually have a little gift for you. Before you open it, I'll say this. You have to give it at least a week, but let's say we get at least a week in and you're like, I can't do the calorie counting anymore, then we can throw this shit away.
Ooh.
So that's a food scale. I didn't know if you had one already. These are tape measures.
Oh, I do need one of these.
The book.
Oh, yeah.
And you don't have to look at it now. There's a little note for you on the inside. When I work with clients, whether it's inner circle or when I was doing one-on-one, I would have them weigh every day. I'd weigh themselves every day. They would take measurements every 2 weeks and pictures every 4 weeks.
Okay.
Now, obviously, this is going to be on YouTube. This is going to be on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But to be very frank with you and frank with everyone watching, my priority is you.
Okay.
You and your comfort take all precedent over anything else. I would still like you to weigh yourself, and I'd still like you to take measurements, and I'd still like you to do pictures, but none of that has to be shared with anyone there. It can just be with me.
I feel like it's fair to share it because it's real.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I love that, yeah.
Like,
I love that. And so that's what we can do. I don't expect to see 20 pounds of weight loss. I don't expect to see 15 pounds of weight loss. I don't expect to see 10 pounds of weight loss.
Yeah.
By the end of this month, if you lost several pounds, it'd be wonderful. But even if you lost nothing, but you felt more confident in your ability in terms of how to lose weight sustainably, how to make this your lifestyle, how to do this in an enjoyable way, that's my most important thing.
Sounds
so
good.
I do not want you starving yourself because we're doing this challenge. Mm-hmm. I want you to live real life. That's what this is. And I want you to be as consistent as you can with the calories, protein, fiber I give you. Be as consistent as you can with the workouts and the steps, and I'll outline all this for you in your program. For example, like The Biggest Loser was, I think, one of the worst things that has ever happened to the fitness world.
Yeah.
And I don't want you for a second being like, I need to lose a lot of weight for this YouTube. Like, absolutely not. If that's what you think, then I've failed.
Right.
That's not what this is about. All right, you ready?
Ready.
Let's do it. Oops. What I'm gonna do right now with Alyssa is I'm gonna take her through a pretty quick movement assessment. I just wanna see how she moves. And then just for today, like you saw, it's gonna be a quick workout. Nothing intense, nothing crazy, but mainly for me to get a better idea of how she moves, how her technique is, what her strength is like, where she might have strengths, where she might have weaknesses, and this is gonna help me better design a plan for her. Do the squat exactly like you did, just without the weight. So I'm gonna show from this angle right here. Okay, awesome. Now, let's try it again with this. Okay, which one felt like better technique?
With the weight.
With the weight, that's exactly right. So I wanna explain briefly what happened. When you saw on the first rep, so there's a little bit of instability. It's almost like a bit shaky. It's not super heavy weight for you.
No.
It's relatively light. What it forced you to do is it forced you to bring in your abs. It forced you to tense, it forced you to use your muscles. I knew that there wasn't a mobility issue. I've already seen that you have plenty of mobility, but you weren't reaching where I wanted you to reach. It was a stability issue. You were a little bit shaky. You weren't using your abs properly, you weren't bracing properly. So simply like, okay, cool, hold this weight.
Yeah.
Now you have to. This is one of my all-time favorites. Where do you feel that?
Like in the backside, right
That's
here.
it. That's it. Good. That's 3, 7 more. 8, 9, 10, 11 and a half, 12.
I was like, I did it.
Good job. Very good job.
Let's do it. All right.
All right, how did it go?
It went well. Using the full body and the range of motion, like it's a beast, but it feels amazing. It was eye-opening. You know, I haven't, to be honest, have not worked out since at least middle of December. And this was a wake-up call for 2024.
It was great. She's awesome. I mean, as you saw, she's very good on camera. And what really that boils down to is she's just very real. She's easy to talk to, she's open, and I'm impressed with her. And I have zero doubts. She seems like a wonderful person. She's gonna work really hard. And I think this is the very beginning of what is going to be a wonderful transformation for her. So first day is done. Talked about her history, talked about her goals, her struggles, what her obstacles are, got a little bit of a workout in, and now I'm gonna write out her program, her strength program, her workout program. I'm also gonna write out her nutrition plan. We're gonna see how the rest of the month goes. Which, by the way, if you want to figure out how many calories you need to eat in order to lose fat sustainably, I have a free calorie calculator. The link is in the description of the video. Click that, plug your name and email in, and you'll immediately get my free calorie calculator. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you don't already. And I really hope you enjoy this video and this series. Remember, new video coming out every single week with Alyssa's progress. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed the first episode of Real Life.